Talked about the rookies getting in yesterday. Now officially, Jaren Jackson Jr. second time as an All-Star. I'm sure this was something you expected in a way, but just your reaction to the announcement becoming official.
Thrilled. I mean, teammates, staff, entire organization. I know the fan base thrilled for Tripp. What an unbelievable recognition. He's having an all-star season. I think he's having an all-NBA season as well. Just every single day, he's just progressively getting better. I just think about the growth he's had since day one that I've been with him, but especially in these last couple of seasons, he's just playing at a career high level. He's playing at an elite level. The impact he makes on both sides of the floor. Obviously what he's capable of scoring wise, the playmaking, the growth there, the defensive impact, rebounding, leadership, impact and winning. You just wrap that all up, and it's great to see that the coaches recognized him as an all-star. And it's awesome for him to represent the organization this year.
Hey, Coach, the turnovers, it seems like sometimes you had it fixed and it goes back, revert. Is that just a one-off, or just one of those go and learn and try to fix it from there?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of it is, I got to give credit to our opponents. I mean, sometimes it's their style, their defense that, we've got to adapt a little bit better. Night to night, obviously the team that we're playing tonight, we're giving up 20 plus, 30 plus, points off of turnovers, and that's not a good recipe. There's certain teams that definitely thrive off of turnovers, and we got to be more mindful of that going in, what their defensive schemes are. Our offense, we don't want to change too much. We just have to make some better reads, cleaner reads, especially point of attack, one-on-one situations. So it's definitely had its ebbs and flows. We've studied it. There's some teams that don't turn you over, and we've benefited from that. But nights like this are really going to test our offense, and we've got to get significantly better against those teams.
We saw that Ja was downgraded to doubtful. I guess, is this something that's day to day? And also, what is his frustration level with missing games this season?
Yeah, day to day. We had practice yesterday, absorbed a bump to the shoulder, and it wasn't until this morning that he flagged the soreness. But all the tests that we've done is more indicative of something short term, day to day. And I definitely know he's frustrated. He wants to be out there competing with his guys and find the rhythm, and but he's keeping his spirits up. He's doing everything possible. Staying in tune with his teammates. When he's out, but when he's in there, he's giving us everything he's got. Which is a testament to him. So hopefully, he bounces back from this here on the short term, just a couple of days, whatever it ends up being, and he just has a continued improvement throughout the season.
Sort of a follow-up on that. Obviously, he had the surgery on the shoulder last season. Then a different injury about a month ago with the AC joint sprain. Missed about 5 games then. Has this been an ongoing discomfort he's been having to manage? Is this something that he's gonna have to manage throughout the season, or can you give us a broader sense of sort of beyond just one thing that happened in practice? Has this been an ongoing thing?
Sure. Luckily, when the bump happened in the New Orleans game, I think that was in December, and it was just an aggravation. There was nothing with the structure, everything. Checking with the doctor, surgery, no issues there. He's been fine last couple of weeks, and then it was just a re-aggravation. Just took the wrong hit in the wrong place to create that soreness. But it's nothing that he's been having to manage or we were having to be super attentive to. He's been fine, and unfortunately, it rose to this, after yesterday's bump.
Taylor, given the proximity of the two teams in the standings, given the fact that they've won all 3 games against y'all, does this make this game any more important, or to try to keep from sending a message on this?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's about a message. Obviously, they've had our number, and it's human nature. You're going to recognize a team that's beaten you three times already, and barely half of the season. Twice already this month, and it's come down to the wire. Just a couple possessions game. We've had leads, we've lost it. We've come from deficits, and had these tight fourth quarters, and that margin for error against the Rockets right now. All these teams are seeing it. They're playing extremely well, both sides of the floor. A lot of different guys contributing for them. For us, it's going out there and trying to figure it out against a team that's had our number. The first question about it's the turnovers, it's the rebounding, it's the dynamic offensive play. Like it's been a chess match, game to game, outside of that second game of the season against them. So it's a great challenge. Guys are fired up about it that we get one more opportunity in the regular season to try to figure out how we beat a team that's had our number.
Hey, Coach, just up the back here, going back to Jaren being an all-star, obviously he was named an all-star a couple of years ago, and then you guys as a whole had a rough year last year. Just how impressive you been with him, being able to ride the ups and downs of everything that's come with being a Grizzly these last couple of years?
You could say so many superlatives about Tripp. One of his best things is just his consistency. I think I mentioned a moment ago, since day one, just how he steadily just improved both sides of the floor. Obviously, last year presented even a huge development, growth opportunity on the offensive side for him. the investment he had in the summer, what he's been doing with his body, his transformation. He's still in his mid-20s, and you can only imagine, what the growth's going to be over the next couple of years. But the guy's relentless about just getting better. I give him a lot of credit. All the credit goes to him, his work ethic, his commitment, his care factor. So it's awesome to see for him to get rewarded. But you ask him, he's like, man, I'm just trying to win. We're trying to just get this team back after a tough season last year, and I'm glad he's been a huge driver of our success this year.
I know he's doubtful. Is there any chance Ja plays tonight? And then too, if he isn't available, just how does that shift some things for you? It seems like you've kind of had some success with that Desmond Bain, Luke Kennard backcourt pairing, but against Houston, how do you prepare for that combination?
Yeah, I'm anticipating him being out tonight. Final word will come, next 30 minutes or so, but I think it's trending towards out. And then, as you said, I think that Des-Luke combo is going to be something we're going to use throughout, whether that's how we start or we start subbing. Those guys have had a lot of chemistry with some of our, sub pattern, units when we start subbing to open up the floor. Those two guys, not just Des, but also you see Luke's playmaking. Those two guys got a lot of confidence in them. And, against an elite defense, you're going to have to figure out where the space is and beat them to those spots. And playmaking, the shooting, they do a great job taking away the paint. Their point of attack defense is elite right now. So how we just get them in constant movement, it's going to be something we're going to have to factor into our lineups tonight. Great. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.